Good evening. Welcome to Shelton High School for tonight's dedication ceremony for Coach Terry Gregg. My name is Trevor Leopold, and as the athletic director, I have the honor of introducing Coach Gregg's amazing accomplishments. Coach Gregg taught and coached on this very spot. He began his 19-year coaching and teaching career for Shelton High School in 1967. Over that time, Coach Gregg accumulated 136 wins, won 8 league championships, earned Black Hills Coach of the Year 4 times, and in 1976, the Shelton Highclimbers claimed a state championship under Coach Gregg's leadership. Of his 19 seasons with the Highclimbers, his team reached the postseason 17 times. Along with his work at the high school, he was a pioneer in involving kids in sports by volunteering his every weekend for Saturday basketball at gyms throughout Mason County and Shelton. In addition to Coach Gregg's accomplishments as a Highclimber coach, he was named Washington State Coach of the Year in 1976. Coach Gregg was also elected to the Shelton City Hall of Fame in 2001, and in 2014, he was admitted into his own alma mater's high school, R.A. Long Hall of Fame for lifetime achievement. And lastly, on February 29th, 2020, last year, he was inducted into the Shelton School District and Community Hall of Fame. There have been many people who have made this happen tonight. I would like to thank Dr. Apostle and the school board for their amazing support over the past few years. As a community, we can be proud by all the renovations that have happened and the pride we feel when we have the community come to our facilities, as well as visiting teams and fans. I would also like to thank the committee who worked together to make this dedication a reality tonight. Lastly, I would really like to thank the maintenance staff for all the work they put in hanging the banner and the plaque outside for Coach Gregg. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium Dr. Apostle.
As the superintendent of the Shelton School District, I'm honored to be here with you this evening for this wonderful ceremony. Welcome and good evening to you, Terry, and your family, and all of your special friends who are here this evening to honor and celebrate a very special moment with you. This evening, we are honoring a great educator, and at the same time, we are respecting and paying tribute to our community's values, history, and culture. We are also expressing our deep feelings and respect for someone who has contributed significantly to our community and who has made a profound and positive difference in the lives of many. This is an individual who moves beyond self and notoriety and has unselfishly given his life, heart, and soul in developing young people. This effort goes far beyond basketball, state championships, Hall of Fame recognition, and fabulous one-loss records. It transcends into another dimension, that being developing the student athlete into outstanding and contributing citizens who personify civility, humanity, and goodwill. This is what Terry Gregg continues to do every day. He has left an undeniable influence on so many. When we refer to a community's pride, culture, history, and its champions, we are talking about people who, for various reasons and efforts, have changed and impacted people in a positive manner for the rest of their lives. Tonight, we are honoring such an individual, someone who personifies the very best in humanity, a true champion of champions, Terry Gregg. Congratulations to you, Terry, and to your family, and you have made us very proud, and you will never be forgotten. And as you can see, you never will be forgotten. And we honor our heroes, we honor our champions, good people. And if you haven't seen the beautiful plaque, it's out in front as you enter the gym here. It's beautiful, and in recognition of Terry and what he's done. A tremendous career and a tremendous person. I thank you.
Hello, my name is Sally Carr, and I'm president of the Shelton School Board. We'll hear several testimonials tonight that honor Terry Gregg from his players, but I think it's also really important to realize that Coach Gregg had a much larger and wider impact in our community. I'm a product of that. When I was an elementary school student, about 3rd or 4th grade, it was about the height of the time that the Seattle Supersonics were at the height of their success, and I had decided I was going to be a basketball player. And so my parents signed me up for Coach Gregg's Saturday clinics. And there I was, one of very few girls in a sea of boys with absolutely no skill or experience. And Coach Gregg and his players had the patience and the dedication to teach all of us how to play basketball. But in addition to that, Coach Gregg had a much more important job that he was doing. He felt that there was more to the teaching that was happening on the court than just learning basketball skills. In addition, he was teaching us to work hard, to respect others, and probably most importantly, to know that a good man-to-man defense was going to take down just about any offense there was. In addition to that, I also had the privilege of being one of Coach Gregg's students in one of his last years at Shelton High School. And as a student in his PE classes, he took those same life skills in there. It was important to him that his students participated and worked hard and tried their best, that they treated others with respect. And any student that was in a Coach Gregg class knew that they were safe, that they were going to be respected, and they were going to be encouraged. My husband played for Elma High School. I played basketball against some of the Coach Gregg teams, and he was telling me today that they always feared coming up against the Shelton Highclimbers. And so his impact went much farther than just our school. It went into the whole district. And I know that the Black Hills League probably had a collective sigh of relief when Coach Gregg accepted a job out of state. So everyone here in Shelton who has probably had direct influence from Coach Gregg, players and students, all of us are over 50 at this point, so we're probably not spending a lot of time using those basketball skills that we learned. But we are using those life skills that Coach Gregg taught us, treating others with respect, working hard, doing our very best. And I know I can at least appreciate a really well-executed man-to-man defense when I see it. So on behalf of the school board, I would like to thank Coach Gregg for his dedication to the students and the children of the Shelton School district over all of those years, and for making a positive difference in our community and continuing to make a positive difference in our community. Your legacy lives on, it will continue to live on, and it is an honor to be able to name this court after you. Thank you. So at this time, we're going to hear some testimonials from some of Coach Greg's players. Kevin Dorsey will be first up.
Share my tiny thing.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this special event. Here I go already. This wasn't supposed to happen. My name's Kevin Dorsey, and I'm here tonight as a former player for Coach Terry Gregg. Bobby and I were on his first varsity team for Shelton High School. I just want to share a few things. In 1969, before Terry started coaching varsity, the team had several good players. I could name a few like Mike Sparks, Jim Corey, Bob, and Randy Lewis, I think he's here, and so on. But the team only won 8 games that year, and with those very good players. So in 1970, was our first year with Terry Gregg. 4 out of those players were back, including Bobby. And with a few additions like Brad Jones, myself, Rusty, we went from a team that only won 8 to a team that won 14. Sorry, everybody. We lost 2 of those games to Elma, who were the reigning single A champions. They were tough. Bobby here got to guard their best player. And that guy went on to play a few years in the NBA. What was the difference? Between 8 wins? This is so stupid. 8 wins and 14 wins. It was that guy right over there. Okay, so in 1971, which was my senior year, most of the starters either graduated or moved out of state. But we love him anyway. So we didn't have a whole lot of experience. I didn't start the year before, and you know, we brought up some other players off JV and whatnot, or he did, I didn't. And we were picked to come in like 7th out of 8 teams or something like that. but we finished 4th. Again, I ask you, what was the difference? It was Terry Gregg. Coach Gregg was starting to put Shelton on the map for basketball. During this time, he started his youth basketball, grade school. He met with coaches every Saturday at the A&W, I believe, had breakfast and talked to them about what he wanted them to work on that day. Well, those 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, some of them sitting right over there, became state champions. He always stressed team. He is always team-oriented. He is always positive. He's passionate about the game of basketball. He was prepared. And he prepared us. He was consistent with his rules. There was no tolerance for bad behavior. And he was a role model to all of us. Now this is where it's going to get a little tough. Occasionally in life, if you're lucky, you meet someone, oh gosh, who makes a lasting impression on you. And Coach Gregg is that person for many of us. Almost done. In closing, I'd like to say thanks for letting me speak and share a few things. There are many more things to share. I'd like to thank the Shelton School Board, Dr. Apostle, for getting this done. I'd like to thank a guy by the name of Joe Robertson. He was a bulldog on this project for almost 2 years. And of course, COVID slowed it down a little bit. We realized that the school board has many decisions to make during this period. So, in closing, again, thanks for letting me speak tonight. Share a few memories. Thanks to the school board again, to Joe, and last but not least, thanks to Coach's wife. Dorothy, for allowing Coach to spend countless hours, with his players over the years. I'm going to get out of here now, turn it over to Bobby for a minute. He's going to read a little. He's going to read a little something from one of our other classmates.
Thank you, Kevin. Spoken like a true politician and mayor of Shelton. When he called me, he said, "Hey, Bobby, I got to speak for 2 minutes." Well done, Kevin. Coach, I have a message that we just received all the way from France, and it's my honor to read that. It says, "Dear Coach Gregg, I'm sorry that I will be 6,000 miles away today when the community celebrates the court naming, but I wanted to tell you that I will be there in spirit as you were honored. I would be shedding tears if I were there. It makes me so happy that you will be recognized today and into the future for your contributions to Shelton High School, its basketball program, and the lives of the players you loved. You were a great influence on those kids, and that's why the love is now coming back to you. I hear you have an all-star granddaughter that has become the light of your life. It must be so rewarding to watch her grow up. I know today will be an emotional one for you and your whole family. Please give Dorothy my best and enjoy your special day. Your friendly reporter, Charlie Gay. I think it was Chris. Chris is next on the program.
Oh, Chris.
Is it Chris?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, you were great.
Sorry, Chris, I couldn't hold it back.
All yours.
We'll discuss later. Hey, for everybody, public speaking is hard. Okay?
My name is Chris. A number of years ago, I was inducted to the St. Martin's Hall of Fame. And I was told I have 5 minutes to go and discuss whatever I want to talk about. And I thanked my family and Terry Gregg. The gentleman that was right after me, I went to the Hall of Honor, and he had just recently passed, and his best friend spoke for 40 minutes. And I learned 3 things from this. The first thing is, there are some people that should be here today that are no longer with us. Terry would love to have them here, and they would love to be here. I would like to mention them all, but if I forgot one, it would pretty much crush me. The second thought is, you really need to thank the people that have helped you be just a skosh better than you're supposed to be. Okay? So you have to be on top of that. I would hope everybody in this gym right now would give a fist bump, a hug, a kiss, or a phone call and say the exact same thing. The third thing is, I can talk as long as I want. It's awesome. I want to thank Dr. Apostle, the school board, our 2 honey badgers, it'd be like Joe Robertson and Kevin Dorsey, for actually seeing this through, although I think Dr. Apostle is a better negotiator than Joe, because it kind of works out that all of a sudden, Terry, this is now your court. Twice a year, you're going to get some kind of a bill from the county for property taxes. Sorry about that. Last night I had changed some things that I had thought right there. I was thinking about time. Time is somewhat fluid. It is a commodity. And actually it is something that has extreme value. Okay? Parents with children, friends, family members, every moment in time that you spend with people right there has extreme value. Freely given moments are even more valuable, probably the most valuable thing on the planet. Okay? Terry has given this to all of us in spades. We are heartfelt wealthy because of it. Okay? And so thank you very much for that. You cannot imagine how much time that man has spent in this gym. I mean, it's mind-boggling to think how long he's been here. So last night I'm laying in bed, I'm trying to figure out what, okay. you have spent so much time giving to other people, and I had a question, and I kind of answered the question. It was like an epiphany to some extent. And the question was, who mowed your lawn? You were here in the gym all the time. And the epiphany was, it would be Dorothy. And so all of a sudden, everything just changes right now as far as like what's going on. I came down to two conclusions. One is Terry, check that. Dorothy actually helped Terry go out in the community to help everybody be better at what they're doing, to be his best self, okay? And to go out there and not just the basketball community, but the community at large, okay? It is just incredible, and it's just a privilege to just go be it. The other thought is he's probably just a curmudgeon and she kicked him out to go to the gym, all right? Regardless of how it worked that way, we're all here right now for one reason. It's all you. This court is yours.
I appreciate so much you being here. You understand that? Can you hear this?
I guess Kevin and Chris blew that other one out. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you for attending today. It's an incredible honor, tribute. The sense I get is that somebody was doing a job here that they loved, they cared about others, and there was a game to be taught that helped the community as well as the players. The community became an extension of the team an extension of the community, and success was the product of that. A lot of people are responsible for this. That's the tough part, not naming each one, and there's certain situations and memories and experiences that I've had with the players that are here tonight that we share. They don't go away. That contact is always there. Oh, there's a game tonight too. I bet these players are going, let's get this thing over. The worst time for me throughout the week was that half hour or 35 minutes, whatever it was before the games, and we had to kind of gather ourselves and get on the court. We were all biting a little bit at the bullet to get out on the court and get to prove that we were ready for that contest, ready for the game. But again, I appreciate so much of you, of all of you, for attending. I would add to that, go Climbers tonight. It sounds like an exciting, fun game. I want to acknowledge my family, as some of the speakers ahead of me, but acknowledge my family for their love and support. Incredible. Thanks.
Thanks to the Shelton community and school administration for this unbelievable honor. We're here tonight because of the excellence, the skill, and the accomplishment of former players. I didn't score a basket. I had a chance to spend my time as chosen with a group of guys that I thought the world of. I wish we could identify each of you individually, but our experiences and memories will always keep us connected. This honor is the due to the efforts of many. We believe strong in a program that was fun, competitive, and most of all, caring. Thanks, Harlan Weinfeld, Jack Marquette, Paul Johansson, Brian Burkert, Bill Burkert, Neil White, Bill Doyle. Those were our coaches, dedicated, along with those coaches, and became a part of our staff here as the team started here in 1974, was Mel Minnis. Mel had played for me in the previous years, and he became a real close contact for us, and it was a volunteer coach. But the first and the start of our programs really kind of laid the foundation for Shelton basketball. Those were teams that played for a love of the game, unselfishly, and they were well prepared each night. Again, thanks for those coaches. Players, tonight and with your testimonies, you've made a special evening for me. I'll never forget it. Go Highclimbers. Thanks, man.
All right, and from today and forever, I now dedicate this court, Terry Gregg Court. All right, in closing, I again would like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. After the ceremony is concluded, we would like all former basketball players to meet out by the plaque to get a picture. But first, let's welcome the Shelton High School cheerleaders and our school song.
Take the podium and go. Take that wherever you go.
Makes me look thinner.
Chris is right about it. Oh, they took the sign down. It used to be on the sign.
This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is made possible by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected since 1934. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Good evening and welcome once again, and it's now official to the Terry Gregg Court in the Shelton High School Mini Dome. Tonight, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, continues coverage of Evergreen Conference basketball with a boys matchup between the WF West Bearcats and the Shelton Highclimbers. My name is Diedrich Allen, and joining me for this historic broadcast is Jerry Apple. Jerry, good evening. Before I continue, I want you to make comments about what happened just a few moments ago.
Hi, Diedrich. You know, the biggest testimony for Terry Gregg is all the former players and community members that were here tonight. I listened to several of the speakers. They were very, very touchy. It was just really good presentations. You could tell that they love that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because he taught them more than just basketball skills. He taught them to be young men, responsible young men. And I got a chance to teach alongside Terry for 2 years, 85, 86, and I believe in 87, then he went to Oregon. But it was a pleasure to watch his games and get to announce his games back in 85 and 86. And the crowds were huge.
I can imagine.
You know, we would have extra stands on the sides. You know, I mean, they filled this place.
And we do have a basketball to get to in 2021, so let's get on to it. Shelton is 4-3 on the season, 3-3 in EVCO play. The Highclimbers lost at Black Hills Monday, 58-41. Chucky Thompson led Shelton in the loss with 21 points, and Tyler Ireland added 17. WF West has a 6-2 overall record, 6-0 in the conference. The Bearcats beat Tumwater Monday, 56-52. to take over first place in the Evergreen Conference. Those losses for the Bearcats, non-conference, 43-42 to Capital, 64-48 to Mark Morris. So that indicates how good they are, as if you know basketball around here. This is the second meeting of the season between the Cats and the Climbers. WF West took the first game 55-43 to open the season on May 10th. In that game, the Bearcats shot 44% to Shelton's 32 and forced 19 turnovers, but the Highclimbers out-rebounded WF West 32-30. Small victory there. Tonight, we begin the second half of the conference schedule. The Bearcats have beaten all EVCO opponents, while the Climbers have wins over Rochester, Centralia, and Aberdeen, but lost to Tumwater, Black Hills, and as mentioned, WF West. It's Evergreen Conference boys basketball, the WF West Bearcats at the Shelton Highclimbers. Starting lineups are next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We'll be back.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Our dear fellow Americans, vaccines are a huge step forward. We still need to do the simple things that we know work.
wear a mask, wash our hands frequently, and maintain social distance.
Now it's up to you.
Get your COVID-19 vaccination from Mason Health. Go to masongeneral.com to easily schedule your appointment today. You can also find a link to schedule your shot in the upper right-hand corner of masonwebtv.com.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
And we're back at Terry Gregg Court in the Shelton High School Mini Dome. It's time for starting lineups, and for that, we will turn things over to Mr. Jerry Apple.
Thank you, Diedrich. And now your starting lineup for the WF West Bearcats under the direction of head coach Chris White. At one guard, number 5, a senior, 5'10", Cade Haller. At the other guard for the Bearcats, a senior, 6 foot, number 23, Gabe Cuestas. At one forward for WF West, a junior, 6'4", number 5, Dirk Lackiger. At the other forward for WF West, number 34, a senior, 6'4", Waylon Deskins. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Bearcats, at center, number 24, a senior, 6'5", Carter McCoy. And now your starters for our own Shelton Highclimbers under the direction of head coach Sam Krieger. At one guard, a junior, number 21, 5'11", Bo Blackadder. At the other guard, a sophomore, number 22, 6'2", Tobin Dudley. At one forward for the Highclimbers, a junior, 6'2", number 12, Chucky Thompson. At the other forward for the Highclimbers, number 30, a junior, 6'3", Matei Laysom. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Highclimbers at number 32, a junior, 6'5", Tyler Ireland.
I want to point out that Ireland gets the nod because of an injury to Chase Burfield. He came away with the shoulder really got banged up at Black Hills on Monday.
That's too bad.
Yeah, he's going to be a presence that is missed, and I'm sure he'd like to be playing, but that shoulder, he's had some issues with the shoulder all season. He came out of a play, and he was just not at all in the good shape, and we wish him a speedy recovery.
I enjoy watching Chase. He's got such a nice shot, smooth, and he's really a hard worker. He really hustles out there. So Chase, wish you the best, okay? Hope you make, like I said, I hope you make a fast recovery too.
No, he's right down there in the colored shorts.
All right, good.
He's here. He's supporting his team. Anyways, we're going to take a timeout. We will have this national anthem coming up, and of course the announcement of the starters here on Terry Gregg Court. It's really nice. I don't have to think about where I am. I can just look up, and there it says, right above us, Terry Gregg Court in the Shelton High School Mini Dome. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Thank you for correcting me.
Sanjay, you there?
Hey, David.
I'll make this quick. Listen, I have some questions.
What's on your mind?
This vaccine, I'm nervous. I got songs to write. Will I still be able to do that?
It'll be fine, David. Science is what you need.
The vaccine is safe, my friend. It's gonna bring this pandemic to an end. You see what I did there?
Yeah, okay, I trust it, thanks. Oh, and Sanjay, don't do that again.
David? David? I don't know. I thought I was spitting fire.
Hello, everyone. I'm Father Dwayne, and this is St. David of Wales Episcopal Church in Shelton. I'm glad that you're seeing us right here, right now, but please tune in on Sunday mornings at 10:30 for a live stream service. I certainly welcome you to join together with us for worship.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
And we're back at Terry Gregg at court in the Shelton High School Mini Dome. Diedrich Allen and Jerry Apple at the top of the stands in our regular spot. Jerry will run those starters down again. Cade Holler, Dirk Plankinger, Gabe Questis, Carter McCoy, Waylon Deskins for the Bearcats, Chucky Thompson, Bo Blacketer, Tobin Dudley. Tobin Dudley, now I got it wrong, Jerry. Tobin Dudley, Matai Leesom, and Tyler Ireland, the starting five for the Highclimbers. Jerry, you have some keys or anything you want to pass along?
Well, I think the keys to tonight's game is if the Shelton Highclimbers can keep their turnovers under 15, they can get a couple people to be consistent on the outside shots and their foul shooting.
Hit the free
Especially
throws,
at the end of the first half and the second half, they can get those one-on-ones, make the first one so they get that second shot. The foul shots is crucial.
Right.
Turnovers is crucial.
So we'll see what happens. The last time these two teams met, the Bearcats just kind of pulled away and stayed on top, and obviously they pulled out the victory because they
have a lot of talent.
And they have a lot of talent. We'll see how this night matches up. Our quick conversation pre-game with Coach White. He's a little nervous about tonight. He admitted that. He's a little worried about the Highclimbers. So here we go. Perimeter passes for the Bearcats. And Plankinger kicks it to Questis, drives baseline, stops and cut off in the zone to the corner. And Deskins up top now. And here is Plankinger, puts up a shot, rolls off, rebound, a fight for it between Chucky Thompson and who else was it? Oh, it was Deskins. And as a jump ball called, alternating possession goes to the Highclimbers. Little full court shadow press put on by the Bearcats. Here's Chucky. Trying with the dribble penetration, kicks it off to Matai Leesom. To Ireland. Ireland, little 15-footer off the back of the iron. Rebound tapped out of bounds by McCoy. It should be a Highclimber ball. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Dudley will trigger the play right at the backboard. Gets it into Leesom, cutting to the bucket. Rejected by McCoy. Recovered by the Bearcats, and here they come on the run. Here is a Plankinger up top. And that was Questis back to Plankinger to Questis. Over it goes to Holler into the side of the paint. A missed shot by Deskins, and the rebound goes to the Highclimbers. Quickly up it goes to Leeson. Leeson on the baseline. He'll get it to Dudley. Dudley looking for Ireland. And he'll swing it up top to Blackadder. Bowl with 15 on the shot clock. No score in the ball game. And off to Leeson. Leeson to the top of the key. Calling out the play. 7 on the shot clock now. Got to go to work. Here's Matai. Looking for Ireland. Ireland turnaround hook. And we're going to have a whistle before the shot. And there was 1 on the shot clock, and that's a bailout by Deskins. And actually, it wasn't by Deskins. It went on Questus. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers, and it goes to Thompson. Thompson drives baseline. Trying to lay it in the middle, and there's a turnover. Going to the hoop and scoring is Cade Holler. First points of the basket, or of the game. First, yeah. Here's Blackadder. Jerry, I'm a little off from that ceremony, I think. Here's Matai Leeson, side of the paint, trying to get it to Ireland. It's deflected and stolen away, and the ball's free, but it rolls right to Holler, and he'll bring it up. Side of the paint to Deskins, up top, open 3 by Holler. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound tracked down by Holler. He'll hook it over to Deskins, down to the baseline, jumping in the middle and kicking it out to Plankinger.
And he traveled.
He did travel, okay. So that's the first turnover on the Bearcats, am I right?
Second.
Second, okay. How many on the Highclimbers?
2 so far.
2 so far, okay. 2-0 ball game. Bearcats with the lead, Highclimbers with the ball. Here's Chucky Thompson. Dribbles to the top, gives it to Dudley, cutting to the bucket. Leaves it for Ireland. Ireland to the hoop, little short. Rebound tapped out, and here comes Questus. Questus on the dribble, trying to get by Leeson. He'll hook it up top, stolen away by Blackadder. Check up the Highclimbers, 2-on-2. Blackadder to the 3-point arc, wisely finds Dudley trailing, way outside. Between the legs on the dribble, stops at the foul line, looking for somebody to throw it to. And he'll get it to Blackadder up top. 16 on the shot clock, and ball's knocked out of Blackadder's hands, actually. They're going to say went off of Blackadder, and that will be
4th turnover.
WF West ball. Checking into the ball game.
So far, WF West has got 2 blocked shots, and that's been quite intimidating to Shelton.
So it's a substitution. It looks to me, we're trying to track down who number 20 is. It looks to me like that's Tyler Auld, but he was identified as Tyler Kenyon. But we recognize that young man, number 20. Questus with the jumper at the foul line, misses, and the rebound is ping-ponged around, tracked down by Deskins. Cross court to Holler. Holler drives, leaves it for Deskins. He missed the shot, got his own rebound, and we have a whistle under the basket. So, Jerry, number 20, looks like Tyler Auld, right?
It is Tyler Auld,
okay.
And it's good to see that young man in there playing.
So he's on, was told that he's in there. Inbounds into the corner, spinning it in for 3 is Cade Holler, and it's a 5-0 ball game for the Bearcats. Here's Pugh in the ball game. He'll get it to Dudley. Over to Bird, also in. And here's Auld. Down to the box, and it's deflected and stolen away by Deskins for the Bearcats. Quickly up, 3 on the way by Plankinger. It goes in. And the lead is quickly up to 8. 30-second timeout called by Coach Krieger. An 8-0 run to start the ball game, and the Highclimbers have yet to score, and we're 4:09 in the first. Go ahead, Jerry, if you had something.
Yeah, WF West is 2 for 3 from the 3-point arc, and that's good shooting. I mean, you can shoot over 50% or even 40% from the 3-point area arc. That's good. And so they're starting off 2 for 3.
And aside from Ireland, there's a whole new unit out there for the Highclimbers. They'll have the ball coming out of the timeout. It's Bird, Ireland, Auld, Dudley, and Pugh. For the Bearcats, it's like their starting 5 are still out there. Am I right? It does look that way.
Yes, it does.
Here is Dudley bringing the ball up. And we'll get it over to Pugh. Pugh on the dribbles. Kick it to Bird. Bird's going to drive to the hoop. Stop on the box. Kick it out to Ald. Ald will take the three. We know he's not afraid to shoot. Rims that one off. Rebound goes to Whalen. I'm sorry, Deskin. Whalen Deskin, that's his name. There we go. And here is Plankinger. Kick it out. Knocked out of bounds by the active hands of Noble Pugh. It'll be WF West ball. Sideline inbounds. Inbounds goes to Holler. He'll hand it off to Questus. Questus will get the ball back. Climbers are in a 2-3 zone. Side of the paint feed to McCoy to the hoop, and it drops in. Carter McCoy with his first basket. It's a 10-point lead for WF West. Pugh has a ball in the backcourt. This little bit of press is not really that bothersome, but it's a man-to-man defense. It's a rather simple press. Some trouble for the Highclimbers. Here's Bird. 15 on the shot clock. Pugh will call out the play. Takes the screen from Ireland, and the ball just surprised Tyler out of bounds.
6 turnover for the Highclimbers compared to 2
for the
WF West.
Yeah, Bearcats. Ball went all the way out into the lobby. You don't get points for that one. So Thompson and Leeson will return for the Highclimbers. Ireland and Dudley will sit down. Three minutes to go in the first quarter. 10-0. WF West with the ball and the lead. There's Holler. Side of the paint. Lost the handle on that feed to McCoy. And that'll be second foul on the Highclimbers. And that'll go on Ald. His first. Bearcats with the ball. Questus. Get it to Deskins. Down to the baseline, Plankinger. Bird stripped the ball out of his hands. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Bearcats. Almost in the corner. Ball is lobbed up top to Holler. Holler one-hands it and gets the ball back. Quick pass in the middle. And a fake three. Questus steps inside the arc and nailed the jumper.
And that's his first basket of the game.
Yep, ball's all the way in the front court already. I didn't see that come in. Here's Pugh. Gonna drive baseline, slide, and they're gonna call it foul. And I think it'll go on Dirk Plankinger. Let's see what the call is. It is. That's Dirk's first. Second team foul on WF West. Substitution into the ball game. Who's coming in for WF West? Number 11. That's Britt Lusk. Highclimber ball, baseline inbounds. Pugh, got to get it in. It's deflected, knocked out of bounds.
And that's the first substitution for WF West.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Jerry. You're reading my mind again. 2:12 to go in the first quarter. 12-0. Inbounds goes to Ald. Ald fakes the three, drives baseline. Going to go right to the hoop, double putts, missed the shot. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Deskins. It'll stay with the Highclimbers. 2:05 to go, first quarter. 12-0. The Highclimbers have yet to score. Another substitution for WF West. Cameron Oswick is checking in. And Questus will sit down. Ald will trigger the play. Gives it into Thompson. Thompson, one dribble, pauses, puts it up just a little too short. Rebound pulled down by McCoy. Launch it up to a wide open Deskins under the bucket, lay it up and in. 14-0 run, Jerry. The Highclimbers need a point here. Under 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Here's Leeson. Leeson's going to drive to the hoop, stop, kick it out to Pugh. Pugh fakes the three, steps inside the arc, launches a long two that rims off. Matai with a one-hand rebound, goes right back to the hoop, double puts it up, doesn't fall in. Got another chance at it, puts it up, missed it, and drew the foul. Matai Leeson trying to get some points there, Jerry. And he's at the free throw line. And the foul went on
Plankinger.
Is it on Blackinger?
Oh, no.
No, it went on Deskis
Deskis.
first. So Matai Leesom can put the Highclimbers on the board, and he does not. He missed the first one. He'll get another one. Bo Blackader will step back onto the court, replacing Noble Pugh for the Highclimbers. 1:29 to go, first quarter, 14-0. And the Highclimbers are still not on the board. Deskins pulled down that rebound, and here comes the Bearcats. Holler going to hold for the last shot. No, it's not the last shot. It's a minute 20. What am I saying? High post feed, kick it out. 3 on the way by Deskins. That rims off. Rebound tapped and controlled. Going right to the hole is McCoy. Lays it up and in. 4 points for Carter. And it's a 16-0 lead for WF West. Blackader will hand it off to Thompson. Thompson under a minute. Bounces it to Blackader. Blackader to Bird. Bird over to Ald. Ald for 3. Yes! Finally, with the 47 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Highclimbers get on the board. It's a 16-3 lead. Quick passes. Down it goes to McCoy. 3 on the way. And in. And that was Waylon Deskis with a 3. And that's a 16-point lead, the largest of the night for WF West. Blackader behind the back, over to Thompson. Chucky will drive to the foul line, draw a double team, ball stripped away by Bostwick. No look pass out, and I don't know where that ball was going, but it goes to Blackader. Blackader will throw it in up to towards the rim, and there's a launch up court. Quick pass down, nice play. Oh, can't finish it, but the Bearcats up 19-3 after 1. Wow. We'll be right back, Jerry.
Yeah.
Right now, the COVID-19 vaccines are available to millions of Americans.
So we urge you to get vaccinated when it's available to you.
That's the first step to ending the pandemic and moving our country forward. It's up to you.
Get your COVID-19 vaccination from Mason Health. Go to masongeneral.com to easily schedule your appointment today. You can also find a link to schedule your shot in the upper right-hand corner of masonwebtv.com.
Well, Jerry, that's not a very good quarter for the Highclimbers at all. Only 3 points in the quarter, and it came with 47 seconds remaining.
Right.
I don't know if you can credit the defense of the
Yes, I think
Bearcats.
you can. I think you can,
Yeah.
because the inside people for WF West are very intimidating. They're not that tall, 6'5", 6'4", but they can jump. And they've already got 3 block shots.
Lusk, Holler, McCoy, Plankinger, and Bostwick on the court for WF West. Holler with the ball between the circles, swing it over to Lusk, back to Holler. Quick pass out. Here's Plankinger for 3. Rims off, rebound right there. McCoy missed the putback, and Thompson will pull down the rebound. Chucky's got a new hairstyle tonight, Jerry. Quick pass out to Ald. It goes out of bounds, and that'll go right back to the Bearcats. I don't know why I noticed things like hairstyles, Jerry. He might be wanting to grow it back out after tonight if things go as they have. Here's Holler between the circles. Over to Lusk. Lusk back to Holler. High post feed. Quick out to Lusk. Lusk will take the 3. Rims off the back of the iron. Rebound tapped it right into the hands of Holler. He'll find Questis. Rejected by Thompson. Recovered by Ald. Here come the Highclimbers. Get it over to Thompson. Chucky's going to go baseline. Lost the handle on the ball. Out of bounds off of Chucky. Trying to plead his case that Holler knocked it out, but that's not what the referee saw.
Right now, Shelton is very intimidated in taking the ball to the hoop. And they've got 10 turnovers. But I think things are going to change to a certain extent.
Maybe it's a little bit of a proverbial hangover from the ceremony that delayed the start of this game. Here's Lusk. He'll hand it off to Holler. Holler trying to get a pass down low to Boswick, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that's only the 4th turnover for WF West. And I think what you said about the having to wait, not getting to warm up quick enough or soon enough, could
have a factor in this ball game.
A minor factor, yeah.
So the Highclimbers have the ball. Tyler Ireland is in there. Blacketer brings the ball up for the Highclimbers, finds Thompson. Thompson to the foul line, still has dribbles. He'll hand it off to Ald. Ald fakes the shot, steps to the top and launches a 3. Missed it out of bounds, and that'll go over to the Bearcats.
Seemed like that shot was deflected.
I think you might be right, but the referee didn't see it that way, and they're the guys with all the power. So they say. Here's Questis. Back to Holler up top, swing it over to Lusk. Cross court to Questis, puts it on the floor. He'll jump pass out to Holler. Holler fakes the shot, steps to the side of the paint, gets it to Lusk. Threw it down and trying to get a nice pass down low. It's picked off by Ireland. And here comes Chucky Thompson. Chuck will hand it off to Blacketer. Gets the screen, stops, pops at the foul line. Elbow, missed that one. Rebound, Dudley tracked it down in the corner. He'll turn and take a 3. It's partially deflected. Rebound falls to the floor, picked up by Holler. Holler one-hands it all the way up to Questis to the bucket with a little bit of a dunk. And that's an 18-point lead. Jerry, the largest of the night for the Bearcats. Here's Chucky Thompson with the ball, looking for Blacketer. Hand it off to Blacketer. He'll hook the pass over the head and out of the reach of Thompson. 5:17 to go, second quarter, 21-3. 18-point lead for the Bearcats. Highclimbers are down a player.
Yeah.
They didn't get the substitution. Ald went to the locker room, and there's an open 3 that rims off. Blacketer pulls it down. They didn't get a substitute in there, and the Highclimbers get points with a guy down. Chucky Thompson with a layup.
Nice assist from Blacketer.
I'm not sure what was going on, but
I think, he hasn't been playing lately.
That's right.
And so, going up and down the court, he could be feeling it in the stomach. I don't know. He could be sick.
That's a timeout on the floor to give the Highclimbers ability. I mean, that's interesting. They were playing 4-on-5, and they managed to score.
Yeah, definitely.
Mason Goose checks in for Ald. It'll be Bearcat ball coming out of the timeout. They're up 21-5 now.
So we'll give Chucky Thompson credit for that last basket.
Yeah, that was a very well executed fast break, Cherry.
Yes, it was.
So under 5 minutes to go in the half. 21-5 is their score. WF West with the lead in the ball. Holler around the perimeter. Opposite side, they're looking for Dolan, who checked in the timeout. Out to, who was that? That's Questis. Here's Dolan. Dolan to the hoop. Puts it up a little too hard. Rebound goes to Dudley. And we have a whistle away from the ball as Plankinger actually called, I believe, got caught with some sort of a infraction. No, it's actually going to be on Questis' second. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Dudley will trigger the play from the left of the backboard. He'll lob it up top to Thompson and swing it over to Ireland. Ireland to Dudley to the foul line to Thompson. Thompson beyond the three-point arc, faked middle. Tried to go baseline, cut off by Questis and Plankinger. And here is Thompson to the foul line, driving around, trying to match up with the big man. He'll find Dudley with 12 on the shot clock. Dudley to the hoop, challenged and blocked by Dolan. Up goes, nice, oh my goodness, look at that ball movement, Jerry, as Plankinger puts it up and in. That's the way you run a fast break, I gotta tell you.
A very good passing team. We've seen that tonight.
Here's Thompson at the top of the key. He'll get it to Blacketer. Bo holds the ball. 15 on the shot clock. Get it over to Dudley. Now to Thompson. Thompson trying to drive middle. Cut off. And a 3 on the way by Dudley that rims off. Rebound goes to Holler. Up it goes to a man way away underneath, and another dunk by McCoy. The guy has 6 points, and it's a 20-point lead for WF West.
Yeah, he's 3 for 4 from the field.
Mason Goose with the ball now for the Highclimbers. Gets a screen from Ireland. Stops at the top. Finds Dudley. Dudley calls out the play. 14 on the shot clock to the foul line. Stops. Over to Goose. Goose has 9 to work on the shot clock. He'll drive in, go right to the hoop, try to extend, and they're going to get Questis with his third, I believe. It is. And that's 5 team fouls on WF West. At the free throw line for the Highclimbers, Mason Goose. 2 free throws. First one, short. He'll get another one. Seth Hoff will step on for WF West. Questis will sit down with his 3 fouls. So we've got Dallin, McCoy, Hoff, Holler, and Questis on the, I'm sorry, that's Plankinger on the court for WF West. Plankinger with the ball to Holler. Back to Plankinger, takes the open 3. That one rims off. Rebound pulled down by Dudley. Dudley to Thompson, still in back court. 2:40 to go in the half. 20-point lead for WF West. Shelton with the ball, leaves it for Blacketer, and is picked off by Holler. Holler's going to go right to the hoop with a little scoop and the score. It's a 22-point lead for the Bearcats.
And that is their biggest lead, I believe. Now.
Yes, it is. Here's Dudley at the top. To the foul line on the dribble, finds Thompson with 15, over to Dudley, fakes the 3, steps inside the arc, takes a long 2, that's an air ball, and recovered by Hoff. And up it goes to Plankinger, back to Holler. Finds Dallin in the paint, little hook that's a little short, and Thompson comes away with it. There's Chucky between the circles. Hand it off to Blacketer. Blacketer taking his time, 14 on the shot clock, over to Dudley. Dudley to the foul line, 6 on the shot clock. Goose fakes the shot, steps inside the key, launches a shot that's off the back of the rim, and here comes McCoy. Up to Plankinger, to Holler, back to Plankinger, and the 2 are just playing catch out there. Holler skips over to the near side, 15 on the shot clock, finds Plankinger. Plankinger steps back, throws it back to Holler, down to the baseline. There's McCoy, into Dallin, off the glass and in with the power. Soren Dallin with his first basket.
And he is 6'9".
Is he?
Yep, and he's a sophomore.
Boy,
so we're going to be seeing him for a couple more years.
He's a big young man. Here's Goose with the ball for the Highclimbers. To Dudley up top. And here is Thompson. Thompson with 10 on the shot clock, going to go into the paint, kick it out to Goose. Goose for 3. Nope, he took a little step and they're going to call a travel.
He did, yeah, unfortunately.
You know, some referees let you get away with that, others do not. So Chucky Thompson will sit down, and Matai Leesom back in the ball game. It's a 24-point lead for the Bearcats. Nobody came to the ball for Holler. Holler with the dribbles. It's about a second difference between the shot and game clock, and the ball is deflected and stolen away by the Highclimbers. Here's Dudley. Up to Goose, back to Dudley. Drives to the box, fakes the 3, steps by the defense, steps inside and hits the jumper. Mason Goose with his first basket. And a lob into the middle for Dallin, off the glass and in, and that'll do it. Dallin with 4 points, and it's a 31-7 lead at the halftime break. Wow, 31-7, Jerry. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with some statistics and some more here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
We know this year's been tough, but now the vaccines are here and open to everyone 16 and older. We give our thanks for those who helped us get here. To the folks calling the shots, giving the shots, or getting them, we thank you. And for those who have waited so patiently, it's time. Visit vaccinelocator.doh.wa.gov.
Get your COVID-19 vaccination from Mason Health. Go to masongeneral.com to easily schedule your appointment today. You can also find a link to schedule your shot in the upper right-hand corner of masonwebtv.com.
Well, I got to change my view, folks, as we have a little halftime performance by the dance team, it looks like. Anyways, it's halftime here at the Terry Gregg Court, 31-7, all WF West from the get here. The Bearcats being led by 7 points from Cade Holler, 7 from Dirk Plankinger, 6 from Carter McCoy, 5 from Waylon Deskins, 4 for Soren Dallin, and a basket for Gabe Cestis. For the Highclimbers, well, their leading scorer is Tyler Auld with a 3. Mason Goose has a basket, and Charlie Thompson has a basket as well. We will take another timeout. Jerry will come back with some more statistics from Mr. Apple. 31-7, our halftime score. We'll be right back on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
The COVID-19 vaccines can be our chance to get back to our plans, to get back to each other, to life. But it's okay to have questions, like, can the vaccines give you COVID-19? You cannot get COVID-19 from a vaccine. Find the latest information at getvaccineanswers.org.
Before we move on, Jerry, I have to explain myself why we're not focusing on the dance team. They do competitions, and I'm not sure whether they want this out here or not. Because a couple of years ago, I focused on the dance team at a halftime, and I got an email saying, take that down, take that down. Because teams utilize their moves, I guess. But I must explain myself, I don't know where they are in their competition.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give any of their competitors a sneak peek, even though there's cell phones all over the place taping it. So I don't know.
What's neat, though, each of the dance team members picked a young man or partner to help them in this routine. And it was really neat because the music was back in the 60s, 70s.
It's from your time? No.
Yeah, from my time. Yeah, that's why I enjoyed it.
It was a very nice routine, and I'm sorry we just didn't. I don't know the rules, to be perfectly honest, and I don't want to give anybody an extra boost in their competition.
And I was watching the dance team, and I forgot to do the statistics. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay, Jerry, it's your turn to give us some statistics.
I will. Okay, first for WF West. They were 14 for 30 from the field for 47%. They made 3 3-pointers. They were 3 for 7 from beyond the 3-point arc, and that's pretty good shooting. They had 7 turnovers. They did not shoot a foul shot. That's interesting.
Only were fouled, they were fouled only 2 times, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And also, rebound-wise, thank you, Darryl White. I appreciate you, as always. Good friend. Let me look at this. Shelton had 7 rebounds. The leading rebounder for the Highclimbers was Dudley, and he had 4. WF West had 14 rebounds, and there was 3 players that had 4 each.
Okay.
Now, let's go to Shelton. Shelton had 4 attempts from the foul line. Didn't make any.
No.
Okay. They were 3 for 15 from the field. That's 16.67%. 1 out of every 6 shots went in. They did not make a foul shot. They attempted 4 attempts, 0 for 4. And they had 14 turnovers. So they got out-rebounded 2-1. And they had twice as many turnovers as WF West. Here's the big thing. We have successfully watched Shelton this year, the boys, do well inside. They take the ball to the hoop very well, especially Chucky Thompson and Burfeed. They all do, the big man. But tonight, it's a different story, unfortunately.
Remember, we're without Chase Burfiend.
That is absolutely correct.
That makes a big hole to fill. And your intimidation comment is very accurate for a couple of those players, the younger players as well.
But I think you are absolutely right. Chase Burfeed, I think, would make a difference. He's not afraid to take that. He's so good at that nice, soft shot inside.
Jerry, we're just a few seconds away from the third quarter, and I have to do a little bit of a legal thing.
Okay.
And we'll be right back with the third quarter.
This broadcast is copyright protected by Digiproof on behalf of Diedrich Allen and Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of its contents, pictures, descriptions, and accounts without the consent of Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, MasonWebTV.com, and Hood Canal Communications is prohibited.
We're back, and I got to work on getting the clock back up. Highclimbers will start out with the ball with Dudley, Blacketer, Thompson, Leesom, and Ireland. Here's Dudley. Finds Thompson. Thompson drives into the paint, stops, hesitates, finds Leesom. Leesom hesitates to the hoop, lit it up short. Ireland had a hand on it, got the rebound. Under the hoop, turn around, fade away, doesn't fall, rebound, pulled down by McCoy for WF West. Quick pass down low, quick out to go to Blankinger, down to the baseline, quick pass in the middle, fade away, doesn't fall in. That was by Deskins. Boy, they're just, I can't keep up with this, Jerry. Here's Leesom to the foul line, trying to post up Ireland. It finds Dudley. Dudley. Boy, there's a long camp in the paint, and the ball is rebounded by Dudley, stripped away, and it rolls to Holler. Holler finds Plankinger. Plankinger to McCoy. McCoy drives into the paint. Could a hoop that go? Boy, almost dropped in. Rebound pulled down by Leesom. He'll get it to Thompson. Ty leaves it for Dudley. Dudley to the foul line, stops. Finds Blacketer. Blacketer hands it off to Leesom. Leesom trying to attack the hoop, taking it to the hoop. Oh, it dropped out. And rebound tapped out to Blacketer.
I almost thought that was goaltending.
Yeah, I was thinking basket interference on that as well. Here's Dudley. Gonna fakes the three. Trying to get it down to Thompson. Stolen away by Holler. Holler up the court to Questis. Questis to the hoop. Drops in. Gabe Questis with 4 points. I remember he's playing with 3 fouls. Here's Dudley for the Highclimbers. 26-point lead for the Bearcats. Chucky Thompson with the ball. Gonna go to the hoop if they clear it out. Oh, he can't get it to drop in. Rebound pulled down by Deskins. Here comes Holler. Holler quickly up to Blankinger, finds Questis in the corner. That's short. Rebound tapped and controlled by the Highclimbers. Leesom finds Thompson. Thompson the other way for the Highclimbers. Spreading out the game. Goes right to the hoop. It dropped in that time for Chucky. That's his second basket, 4 points.
And the key thing is we're starting to take that ball to the hoop without as much fear.
Well, they're kind of clearing out the key to leave some space for them to get to the hoop. Here's Questis in the corner, down to the box. And quick passes around. McCoy takes it, actually he's going to pass it to Deskins. Deskins to Questis. Questis with 2, out to Plankinger. Plankinger takes the 3. Ooh, he nearly had it. Rebound tapped and controlled by the Highclimbers. Leesom. Here's Thompson. Into the corner. Dudley will take a 3. That rims off. Rebound pulled down by McCoy. Up to Holler. Approaching 4.5 minutes to go, third quarter. 33-9 is our score. Here's Questis. Questis trying to get it to Deskins. They'll throw it over to Holler. Holler open for 3 for a moment. Cut off. Kick it to the corner. Here's McCoy. Pull up on the baseline. His shot rimmed off, and Ireland pulled down the rebound. Here comes Chucky Thompson. Thompson to the top of the key. Trying to go one-on-one. They clear it out. He'll tap it to the corner. Here's Dudley. Dudley drives baseline. Cut off. Try to lace it past to Leeson, cutting to the hoop. It's deflected and stolen away by McCoy. McCoy pushes the ball up to Plankinger. Plankinger back to the basket, and he'll wisely reset it to Holler. Over the corner, 3 on the way by Deskins. That rimmed off. Rebound, a fight for it, and it goes to Questis. Questis will dribble out of the key, and there's a full timeout called. We'll step aside, and I'll try to fix my clock, and we'll be right back. 3:40 to go, third quarter, 33-9 is the score.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR. Then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV. Restart or replay shows you've missed and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
Okay, I feel better now. We got the clock back up. Go ahead, Jerry.
Well, this quarter, each team has scored 2 points. It was 31 to 7 at halftime, and now you can see the margin is not changed.
Not changed at all, but the Bearcats did go up by 26, and they scored first in the third quarter. It'll be Bearcat ball coming out of timeout.
But like you said, there's a reason why the Highclimbers are more effectively taking it to the hoop.
So it's baseline inbounds. From the baseline all the way to near midcourt is Holler. You've got Ald back in there. Bird is back in there for the Highclimbers, working with Thompson and Leeson and Blackadder. Ald picked up his second personal for the Highclimbers. Inbounds goes in the backcourt to Holler. Holler's going to leave with a no-look pass to Deskins. It's blocked by Thompson, but it's recovered by Plenkinger. And here's Holler again. Holler's going to go to the hoop this time with his back to the basket with a little kind of circus shot. Oh. And I think Chucky Thompson's going to be called with his first foul.
Well, he was trying to draw the foul. He was successful.
Does go on Chucky, and that's his second team foul on the Highclimbers. And Holler's at the free throw line. Missed the first one. He'll get another one. He has 7 points tonight. It's a 33-9 lead for the Bearcats. 3:20 to go, third quarter. Really, really impressed with WF West, Jerry.
Yeah, I am too. And that's the first foul shot made tonight by WF West.
And only the second attempt.
Yeah.
Here's Tyler Ald at the far sidelines. He'll get it to Blackadder. Trying to get it over to Chucky Thompson. They bring him to the ball, over to Ald. Ald is going to drive to the foul line, lose the handle on the ball. McCoy comes away with it, and he'll speed up the court to Holler. Holler to the baseline, bumped but no whistle, and he tried to get a little bounce pass to Deskins, and it's just a little too low for the big man to grab. It rolls out of bounds.
8th turnover for WF West.
And that's probably on the high end for them.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
I'm saying they're probably between 12 and 15 per game.
Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Chucky Thompson brings the ball up for the Highclimbers. Gets it to Bo Blackadder. Stops on the dribble, throws it over to Thompson. He'll get it to Leeson. Matai to the foul line, try to hook a pass, got it down to Chucky. Chucky extends and puts one up and in.
Nice pass.
Just let him enough. Holler slows the pace down to
nice
midcourt.
Pass from Matai.
Yep. Hand it off to Questus. Into the paint to Deskins. I'm sorry, that's McCoy. McCoy pivots around Chucky and gets one to drop in. 8 points for Carter.
Good move by McCoy.
Quick pass down to Bird. Bird backs down. Deskins. Turnaround hook dropped in, and there was a foul.
You don't see too many hook shots.
Not too many. Foul was called. So Nathaniel Bird is going to the free throw line for a possible three-point play as Pugh will step back onto the court, as does Goose for the Highclimbers. Leeson and Blackadder will sit down. So Bird at the free throw line for a possible three-point play. 2:05 to go, third quarter. 36-13 at the moment. And Bird's free throw makes it 36-14.
And that's their first foul shot made tonight. They're 1 for 5.
Here's Holler bringing the ball up slowly for the Bearcats. Give it over to Plenkinger. Plenkinger back to Holler. Holler to the foul line. I'm sorry, that's McCoy. Here's a hook pass to McCoy. McCoy tried to save it in bounds, just couldn't get rid of it before his foot went down, and that'll go over to the Highclimbers.
It was a nice pass attempt.
Yeah.
Good.
couldn't handle it.
Yep.
Cameron Bostwick steps back onto the court for the Bearcats. I didn't see who sat down. Oh, Questus is sitting on the bench right now for the Bearcats. Goose gives it to Bird, side of the paint, out to Ald. Ald will take the three, and he'll hit it! It's his second three in the ball game.
It's good to see Tyler back.
Haller having some trouble with the dribbles. Finds Deskins, excuse me. Quick pass down to McCoy. McCoy turnaround jumper, puts it up, missed it, but drew the foul. And that will go on the foul will go on Mason Goose of Shelton. It's his third. At the free throw line, Carter McCoy for the Bearcats. He has 8 points, and this is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Yep.
Yep, missed the first one.
He's 4 for 9 from the field.
Britt Lusk will step back onto the court for WF West. Second free throw rims off. Rebound tracked down by Deskins. Down to McCoy. McCoy blocked out of bounds by Chucky Thompson. That'll be baseline inbounds for the Bearcats. And I guess one referee wanted to make sure of something. Haller will inbounds it for the Bearcats. He'll throw it all the way into backcourt to Lusk, who had to actually go back and get it like he was fielding a punt. Three on the way by Deskins. That's off. Rebound poked around, and Haller comes away with it. Here's McCoy. Attacks. Oh, what a pretty shot attempt. Deskins, his putback doesn't fall, and Chucky Thompson grabbed the rebound, slowing the pace down. We're approaching 40 seconds to go here in the third. It's a 36-17 game. Chucky goes to work off the glass, drops it in.
Nice move. Nice. Can't emphasize that. That was a beautiful move to the hoop.
Haller with the ball. It's about a 3-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Lusk over to Bostwick back in the ball game. To Haller. Haller up top to McCoy. Down into the paint to Bostwick. Finds, traveled. Took an extra step, did McCoy. And that will be a Highclimber ball with 10.7 seconds remaining in the third.
10th turnover for WF West. And Shelton has 19 turnovers.
Here's Ald bringing the ball across the timeline. 6 seconds to work. He's going to step back, take a three. Missed it. Rebound goes to McCoy. McCoy will launch it down the court. Doesn't come close, but we're through three. WF West 36. Shelton 19. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I won't be back in a moment. My equipment has decided to freeze on me, Jerry. This thing's in the way and I can't do anything with it. I can't move off of it. This is interesting. All right, well, you can see the play, see everything, and I got to figure out why this will not go away. Stand by, folks.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, we don't have time to take a break, Jerry, so
I do want to say that was a pretty good quarter for the Highclimbers.
Okay.
You know, they cut that 24-point deficit down to 17. So they outplayed WF West that quarter.
All right, so the Highclimbers will come out with Ald, Pugh, Bird, Dudley, and Leesom. The Bearcats will have Dolan, McCoy, Haller, Bostwick, and there's the last guy, Lusk. So it'll be Bearcat ball to start the fourth quarter. Leading 36-19. Quick pass down to Dolan. Dolan to the hoop, missed it, rebound. No, that's Dolan right there. He'll get it to drop in. It was Bostwick with the ball before, and a turnover. The Highclimbers trying to push the pace. And the Bearcats get the ball back. Here's McCoy. Down to Bostwick. Backs down, puts it up and in. Cameron Bostwick with all power. Highclimbers wanted a foul, didn't get it. Here's Pugh. Pugh over to Ald. Ald fakes the three, finds Leesom. Leesom gets a screen at the top, spins into the hoop, or in the paint, missed the shot, ball tapped up, and then controlled by Holler. Holler loses the handle out of bounds, and that'll go over to the Highclimbers. Tyler Ireland back in the ball game. And now they're going to get Bo Blacketer. Chucky Thompson's going to sit down. Or actually, he wasn't even out there. Oh, Dudley's he's got a scratch on him, so they're attending to him. They're making Bo go to the scorer's table before they can allow him to come in. That's an interesting move. You send a guy out because he's got blood on him, then you won't let the substitution come in right away.
But they still have to report. So
yeah, that's very true. You've got a point there. Aldo get it to Blacketer in backcourt. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. 40-19 this score. WF West with the lead. Shelton with the ball. Blacketer going to work. Gets it down to Ireland. Ireland pushed in the back. So Tyler Ireland to the free throw line.
It was a nice pass by Blacketer.
Now they're going to call the foul on Bostwick, his first. His second team foul on WF West. Ireland at the free throw line. Missed the first one, he'll get another one. Questis and Plankinger will step back onto the court for WF West. Holler will get a well-deserved rest, as does McCoy. And here is Ireland with his second free throw attempt. He is yet to score, Jerry, until now. It's a 20-point lead for WF West. Questis will bring the ball up for the Bearcats. Hand it off to Plankinger. Plankinger up top to Bostwick. Bostwick back to Plankinger. Plankinger, one dribble. Going to throw it to Questis. Questis looking over to Plankinger. They're trying to get it to Dolan, but they get it down to Bostwick. Bostwick, a little hook that rattled in and out. McCoy with the rebound, and he'll throw it all the way up, and Pugh had to play defensive back there for a second. Comes away with it. Out to Blacketer. Blacketer up top to Ald. Ald will take the three. Count it! That's his third three in the ball game, Jerry.
3 for 6.
And he is
from the three-point arrow.
He is
welcome addition, huh?
Yeah, 9 points. And here's Questis over to an open Lusk, and a timeout has been called. 40-23. The Highclimbers mounting the comeback.
Yeah.
We'll take. Is this a full timeout or a 30 here?
It's a full.
It's a full. It is. All right, we'll take it. We'll be right back. We'll try to catch up on our spots.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to Terry Gregg at court, everyone. That just flows off the tongue, doesn't it? It's officially dedicated today, or named today, although we've been calling it Terry Gregg Court all season. But
it was a very nice ceremony.
It was. If you just grab your cursor on the YouTube video and drag it all the way back, you can see it. All right, Bearcat ball coming out of the timeout. Lusk will get it into Questis. Questis will throw it over to Plankinger. Back to Questis. No. Questis throw it over to Lusk. Back to Questis. Questis Back out to Lusk, down to the baseline. And this is Bostwick up top to Lusk and Questis. And the shot clock ran out. I don't know if they were aware that the shot clock was at 25, I think, when they started.
A turnover.
Was that only 11?
That is 12.
12, okay. I'm one behind.
That's okay.
That's why you track them and I don't. Here is Blackadder, finds Pugh. They're looking for Ald. And here is Blackadder. Back over to Pugh. 10 on the shot clock. Blackadder drives in. Finds the big man rejected by Tollin, recovered by Bostwick. Bostwick loses the handle on the ball, out of bounds. But I believe it's going to be off of a high climber. Chucky Thompson will return in onto the court. And Noble Pugh will sit down.
That's a fifth block shot by WF West.
Baseline inbounds. Lusk will trigger the play. He'll throw it to Questis. Back to Lusk. Lob it down to an open Bostwick. He lost the handle. Here comes Chucky Thompson. Ripped away by the High Climbers. And there's going to be a foul on the Bearcats. I think it's going to go on Bostwick. We'll see. Yep. That's his second.
Yep.
Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game, 40-23. WF West with the lead, Shelton with the ball. Ald will trigger the play. Get it into Chucky Thompson. Chucky looking for Ireland. He'll step back and take a three. And that one's off. Rebound, Leeson saves it out to Ald will drain another three.
He is 4 for 7 from the three-point land.
Plankinger with the ball for WF West. Over to Lusk. And here's a three in the corner by Bostwick that falls off. Rebound goes to Ald. Swings over to Blackadder. Now here's Ald. He'll take another three. It's short. Rebound Blackadder turns around and leave it for Ald. Ald banging bodies, puts it up and in. Outside, inside, just give me the ball, I think is the. It's a full timeout, and it's a 40-28 ball game, Jerry.
Well, I tell you, they've cut it down to 12.
And they're coming back. 4:02 remains in the ball game. We will take another timeout. We'll be back. Methodical comeback by the High Climbers midway through the fourth quarter, and a 26 point lead. No, it was more than that, wasn't it? The fourth? Early on in the fourth, it might have been 29, but whatever. 26 point lead down to 12. 4:02 remains in the ball game. WF West has the ball. Looks like Holler is back in there with Deskins. Questis who has the ball. Now McCoy. Down it goes to McCoy. Back to Holler. 13 on the shot clock. Holler lob it in. Stolen away by Ireland. He just snagged that out of the air, Jerry. High Climbers have Thompson, Leeson, Ireland, Dudley, and Blackadder. Is Chucky Thompson with a nice little play. Cuts it down to 10. 3:20 to go. Here's Plankinger. Plankinger, pick and roll to McCoy. Up top, took a little hop. And they're going to call that, Deskins took that little extra hop. And a turnover, Jerry.
That's the 15th turnover for WF West.
Ald returns for the Highclimbers. Get it into Blacketer. Dudley is going to get up off the bench as well. They're going offense for defense, I think, are the Highclimbers. Here's Blacketer with the ball. 3 minutes to go. Gets the double screen. Stops at the elbow. Finds Thompson. Thompson gets the screen from Blacketer. His jumper short. Rebound. Haller with a big arm. Ripped it away. Here he brings it up to the foul line. Leaves it for Deskins to Plankinger. And a timeout called with 23 on the shot clock. The 30 will keep it here, Jerry.
Yeah, timeout, WF West, 30-second timeout. Boy, welcome back.
Tyler Ald, yeah.
You know,
I gotta point this out. The Highclimbers were held to 3 points in the first quarter, and that came with 47 seconds remaining in the quarter. Now, if they had done what they usually do, this would be a completely different game.
Yeah, and they're getting more confidence. And you gave a good reason why they're able to take it to the hoop better. And do you want to repeat that?
Well, they're spreading out the key defensively. They're trying to open it up. And really all the Bearcats have to do is collapse their zone. But see, that will open up the outside. And as they didn't face Tyler Ald in their first game. They have not seen that young man.
Yeah.
And he is a new element.
Plus Tyler Ald has now got hot.
Yeah.
He wasn't hot in the first half. So that opened it up. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Inbounds from the baseline for the Bearcats. Here's Plankinger driving baseline, blocked by Thompson, recovered by Plankinger. His putback doesn't fall, but he does draw the foul. I think it's going to be, 3 on Chucky? Nope, it went on Dudley. Either way, that's his first. And that's the 4th team foul for the Highclimbers. At the free throw line is Dirk Plankinger. He missed the first one. We get another one. Got it. 8 points for Dirk.
Yeah, they're 2 for 6 from the line.
Blacketer brings up the ball. And hand it off to Dudley. Dudley stolen away by McCoy. McCoy to the hoop. And he'll lay it up and in off the steal. 10 points for Carter. Here's Ald with the ball. Take a 3 that's blocked. Haller comes away with the ball. He'll throw it up the court to Deskins. He'll leave it for Questis. Questis trying to find it. He'll find who is it? It's McCoy out to Plankinger and reset to Questis. Under 2 minutes to go. 13 on the shot clock for the Bearcats. Here's Haller. Over it goes to McCoy. Up top to Questis. Fakes the 3. Drives into the paint. Nice crossover. Puts it up. Missed the shot. Rebound. Ald had it. Lost it out of bounds. Stays with the Bearcats. 1:41 to go.
Nice move by Gabe Questis.
Questis is going to tie his shoe. It'll be baseline inbounds for the Bearcats. Haller will trigger the play. Left of the backboard. Inbounds off of Ireland, out of bounds. We'll do it again from the other side. Questis will trigger the play. He'll lob it all the way up top to Haller. Hand it off to Questis. To Deskins. To McCoy, out to Plankinger for 3. Yes! It's his second 3 in the ball game. Steal by McCoy. 1:20 to go. And here is Plankinger. And there's going to be a foul by Chucky Thompson. Should be 2 on him, I believe. That's his second. 5th team foul. Sideline inbounds. Haller will trigger the play. Throw it into backcourt. McCoy couldn't track it down. That'll go over to the Highclimbers.
Yeah, 16th turnover. We got it down to 10 points. And then the Chehalis coach called a 30-second timeout. And now Chehalis has increased their lead back to 16.
46-30, approaching a minute to go here in the ball game. Here's Ald. Ald fakes the three, steps by the defense, puts it up short. Rebound Blacketer. Bo fights for it, and a jump ball called. That'll stay with the Highclimbers. Be baseline inbounds. Dudley will trigger the play, get it into the corner to Ald. Ald will take the three. That one hits the side of the backboard, recovered by Ireland to Thompson. Thompson hesitates but draws the foul. Missed the shot. Chucky to the line. He has 10 points. And he hasn't been to the free throw line tonight.
He has not.
This will be his first attempt. 51 seconds remain in the ball game. Chucky got the first one. We'll get another one. Got them both. The full court press by the Highclimbers.
Has Chucky got 10 points?
Yeah. And here is Holler. Out to Plankinger. Plankinger hooks it up top to Deskins. Deskins drives to the bucket, and he'll be fouled before he made the shot attempt. And that'll be the 6th team foul on the Highclimbers. That'll go on Tobin Dudley. It's his second. Be baseline inbounds for the Bearcats. McCoy will trigger the play. Gets it into the corner to Holler. 37 seconds remains. After McCoy to Deskins. Deskins pull-up jumper on the baseline. That goes in. Here's Dudley with the ball for the Highclimbers. Poked out of his hands by McCoy. McCoy to the hoop with another stuff. That's 3 dunks on for him. Here's Dudley. And he tried to lace a pass down to Ireland, and that's deflected, but here comes Ald. Ald to the hoop. He had that one blocked by McCoy, and that'll be pretty much it, as Ald just sits on the floor back there. Yeah, helped up by McCoy. But a good run as the Highclimbers pulled within 10, but they fall 50-32. We will take a timeout. We'll be back with some final statistics and more from Terry Gregg at court in the Shelton High School Mini Dome on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
The COVID-19 vaccines can be our chance to get back to our plans, to get back to each other, to life. But it's okay to have questions, like, how were the vaccines tested? In rigorous clinical trials among adults of diverse backgrounds. Find the latest information at getvaccineanswers.org.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
And it's a final here in the Mini Dome on Terry Gregg Court. The WF West Bearcats knock off the Shelton Highclimbers 50-32 to remain undefeated in Evergreen Conference play. They did it behind the 12 points for Carter McCoy, 11 from Dirk Plankinger, 8 for Cade Holler, 7 for Waylon Deskins, 6 for Soren Dalen, 4 for Gabe Questis, and a basket for Cameron Bostwick. For the Highclimbers, they were led by Tyler Auld. Now I'm going to check that maybe he's using a different name, Jerry, because it's marked in here as Tyler Kenyon. We know him as Tyler Auld because he's been that way for years. He led the way with 14 points. He hit 4 threes. Charlie Thompson finished with 12 points. 3 for Nathaniel Bird. A basket for Mason Goose, and a free throw for Matai Leesom. So it kind of took Matai out of the game, the Bearcats did. And they didn't get much. Oh, we have a free throw. Did I say Tyler Ireland hit a free throw? Did I say that? He did.
Yes,
he did.
He was 1 for 2.
Yeah, did I say that before? I don't remember. Either way, Jerry, are you ready? Or?
I am ready.
Okay, let's go for it.
Okay, let's start off with Chehalis, WF West. They were 2 for 6 from the foul line, which is 33%. They were 23 for 58 from the field, which is almost 40%, very close to 40%. They had 16 turnovers. They had a few more turnovers in the second half than they did in the first. And let's see. Let's go now to Shelton. Shelton was 10 for 46 from the field, and that computes to 22%. What hurt them is the turnovers again. They had 24 turnovers. They were 4 for 9 from the foul line. They were 3 for 16 from the three-point arc. Tyler was doing pretty well there at first. He was 3 for 6. And then I mentioned that the WF West coach called a timeout.
Right.
With about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. He said, come on now, guys. We're only up 10 points. And I think they made that adjustment on defense to put more pressure on Tyler.
Right.
And so it made it harder for Tyler to make the three-pointer. He tried 4 more attempts. And
he got a couple of them blocked.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was, kind of took him out of his game. I mean, we've seen him just go off in years past and just string a bunch of threes together and lead scores.
He's a streak shooter, but
yeah.
But when he's hot, he's hot.
Yeah, and this is his first time playing in a while. We saw that in the first half when he just ran off the court and left his team with 4 players. But
and you know what? He never gave up.
Yeah.
He sat there for almost 3/4 of the season. Yeah, 2/3 of the season, not able to play.
Right.
But his heart was in playing basketball for the Highclimbers. And I appreciate him sticking it out and coming in at the end there and giving a little extra boost to the Highclimbers.
Okay, Jerry, you have anything else to pass along? Rebounds, maybe, or?
Yeah, I do.
Gotta
Thank
get our
you. I
third
do.
member of our broadcast team in here by cell phone, because.
Okay, I do, and thank you, Daryl. Thank you very much. Shelton had 9 offensive rebounds, and they had 13 defensive rebounds. Let's see what that adds up to. Okay. Leesom had 6 rebounds. He was the leading rebounder for the Highclimbers. So they had a total of 22 rebounds. WF West had 12 offensive rebounds and 15 defensive rebounds for a total of 27. So there wasn't a big difference between the two teams as far as the rebounds, 27 to 22. Haller, McCoy, Deskins each had 7 rebounds apiece.
Okay.
So, Daryl, thank you so much for providing those statistics for us. And
Okay.
Good.
All right, next up for the Highclimbers, they hit the road Friday and travel to Rochester. WF West is off until Monday when they head to Aberdeen. You can watch both those games on the pay-to-view NFHS network. Our next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is Friday as the Shelton girls host Aberdeen. And that will do it for us tonight. My thanks to Jerry Apple and Daryl White for their help with tonight's game. And tonight's final score again, WF West 50, Shelton 32. And remember, our next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is Friday as Shelton girls host Aberdeen. The game is set to start at 7 p.m., and we will talk to you then.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, was made possible by Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health, and by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected since 1934.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.